Parts of Pretoria are now in their 9th day without electricity. Residents were left in the dark after a substation caught fire. They say they're tired of updates and just want their power back. Some have resorted to using shower facilities at nearby gym facilities. Our reporter Nqobile Madlala is on that story and she joins us now live for an update. Nqobile, you've been driving around Pretoria today. What have you seen and what have people been telling you?
Well, Masiago, most of them very frustrated with what's happening at this point, like what you were saying. Some of them even resorting as far as using gym facilities to take a shower because, I mean, after quite some time, if you can't afford a generator, it becomes very difficult. But I think what's even more sad about where we are is that part of Moretele Park, which is the western part, we're told does have electricity, whereas this part doesn't have, even though on the other parts they keep having power and it comes and it goes. And of course, as a person who are in the area, if you're just passing at the robot, you have that hope that maybe there is power in your house, but definitely not. Now, I'm going to bring in our guest who also has to see that happening to him. We were just having a chat, sir, and you were telling me how it's so difficult to pass that robot and find yourself thinking and hoping that you'll have the power, and you haven't.
Yeah, sometimes, when you come from work now, when you approach the traffic lights, you think that now maybe, on your side you have electricity and stuff, but now, it is not. And it's so frustrating, especially with regard to grocery, in particular meat. It got rotten, and then, some of the meat had to be given to people, so that it should not be a waste. And then again, you'll have to take some of your meat to, your neighbors who have generators. So, yeah. So now, some people don't have generators. Now, sometimes you are forced, to make fire outside. And another thing is that now you cannot even use geyser because now, you are forced to use cold water, when you have to bath. And you can imagine, those people who do have, infants and stuff, little babies. So it's so frustrating, very frustrating. Yeah.
And I mean, I can imagine the frustration knowing that it's been so many days. Tell me, how much has it costed you to keep your house running without power?
Yeah, it has cost a lot because, as I said earlier, that now meat, got rotten. You can imagine that, and then, not each and every person has got money. We plan for such things that now this meat will take you up until this, maybe, for example, at the end of the month or at the end of the week. You know what I mean? So it has cost a lot of money, and then sometimes you'll go to Checkers or Pick and Pay, try to get some ice cubes and stuff, so that now some of the things that you have do not get rotten. But when you get there, you don't get it because now each and everybody rushes to the Checkers to go and buy some ice and all those things. So that is quite frustrating, very frustrating. And then today I think is the 8th day because we started, experiencing all these things from last week Saturday. Mm-hmm. So those are some of the challenges, and it has hit hard on us.
And I mean, this has also affected your family, has it not? Tell me about that family time that you're now losing.
It is a lot. It is a lot. Like, for example, I have a daughter, who was just writing her final examination, Now, each and every time, she has to move out of the house and go to those people who, who have, the generators and stuff. Sometimes we have to move here to the location because now there they've got electricity. So that on its own, is money. Having to travel from one place to another, looking for people who can also help you. So that is money.
Mm-hmm. And that time that you've lost with your family?
It's a lot. I cannot even be specific on that, but it's just a lot of time. And then again, with ironing clothes and all those things, sometimes there are those people that are here saying that now they go to work without having, iron their clothes and all those things. So it's frustrating. And that now also pushes you to go to dry cleaners and all those things. So it's extra money now. You see, something that you don't even plan. So we're just hoping that we'll get it. They said either today or Sunday, we might get power back. We're just hoping.
I mean, if you had a chance to speak to some of the municipality leaders, what would you say to them?
Definitely, I would say I'm very disappointed, in them because it took them long, with taking into account that we have engineers, we have engineers and electricians who, according to me, should have, worked on that much quicker than they did. Do you understand that? So I would tell them that at least this, we should not step into another week without having electricity. That will be too much on us. That will be too much, yes.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Well, there you have it, Masiego, some frustration on the ground, losing time with the family, driving up and down, and even finding yourself a dry cleaners. This is what the gentleman is telling us. He says it's been very difficult, and I mean, he is even saying as far as saying that he's very disappointed in what the municipality is doing, because this was supposed to be a short while. I mean, we know, of course, that they said they needed 7 days, but it's well over that.